Today's lesson is a review of our statistics unit in preparation for the EOC. So if I take a look at example 1 for this lesson, it asks us to find the mean, median, mode, and range of the data in the following stem and leaf plot. Remember, if I have a stem and leaf plot, my stem is the first digit in a 2-digit number, and my leaf is the second digit. So in this first table, I have a stem of 3, a leaf of 2, so that would correspond to the data value 32. If I continue this process, my next row I have a stem of 4 and a leaf of 4, so that would give me a data value of 44. Then I have a stem of 4, leaf of 6, which would give me a data value of 46. If I continue this process, reading our stem and leaf plot, we have data values of 51, 54, 54, 54, and 62. Now I want to find some key features of this data. If I want to find the mean, that is the average of our data. So what I want to do to calculate the mean is add all of our data values together and then divide by our number of data values. So for this set of numbers right here, I added all of those together in my calculator, and that gave me 397. And I can see that I have 8 data values here. So my number of data values is 8, so I'm going to divide by 8. Typically, we write our mean as a decimal. So if I divide this in my calculator, 397 divided by 8, it gives me 49.625 as my mean. Now our median is our middle number. Oops, I spelled middle wrong there. Sorry, guys. So if I look, I can kind of cross off my lowest and highest data values in pairs until I reach the middle. Now, in some cases, you may just have one number in the middle, and that's great, that's your median. If you have a situation like this, where we have 2 data values, in this case it's 51 and 54, to find our median, I actually want to find the average of those 2 data values, or the mean of those 2 data values. So I'm going to take 51 plus 54, all divided by 2, and it should give me 52.5. Now, one important thing to note whenever you're finding the median, you want to make sure that your data values are in order from least to greatest. So for this example, we were already able to write those out in order at the very top of this screen here. But on some of the examples in the practice that you'll be doing later today, you may need to write those out in order from least to greatest before you can calculate the median. Now to find our mode, that is the data value that we see the most. So in this case, I have 3 54s. 54 is the data value I see the most, so that is my mode. My range is my highest data value minus the lowest. So my biggest data value here is 62. Then I want to subtract my smallest data value, which was 32, which gives me a range of 30. Now for example 2, we want to fill in the missing amounts in the frequency table and answer the following questions. So if you take a look at this frequency table that you have here, we can see that our rows right here represent our number of female and male students, and our columns represent the different science classes that those students can take. So if I want to look, for example, at this value of 19, that value, since it's in the row for male students, means that there are 19 male students in the physics class, because that's the column that that value is in. Now I can take the information that I'm given in this table to try to find missing values or spots where I don't have a number currently. So if I look at this column for physics to start out with, I know that I have 19 males in the physics class and a total of 33 students in that class. So if I want to find the amount of female students that I have in that class, I can take 33 minus that 19 and get that there should be 14 female students. Now we can do the same thing with our total column over here. I know that there should be a total of 80 students in the school, or in the classes, and I know that 47 of those students are female, so if I take 80 minus 47, it tells me that there should be 33 male students. I can also do this same process if I'm looking at a row. So up next, I want to look at this row right here. I can see over on my column far to the right, there should be 47 total students, but I don't know how many students are in the chemistry class. So to find out that value, I can take 47 minus 14 minus 18, and it gives me that there should be 15 students in the chemistry class that are females. Now if I look at this column for chemistry students, I know there should be a total of 21 students in the class. If I subtract off the 15 female students, I'm left with there being 6 students in the class that are males. Next up, if I look at my row of male students, I know that I'm missing my value for biology. So if I take 33 and subtract 19 and 6, it gives me that there are 8 male students in the biology class. My last step, my last missing value, if I add 18 plus 8, it gives me that there are 26 students total in that biology class. Now that we've filled out all of our frequency table, there are a couple questions for us to answer. Part A is asking us what % of males are in biology class. So if I look at my table here, I know that there are 8 males in the biology class and a total of 33 males overall. So if I want to calculate a %, that is my part divided by my whole. So in this case, the part that I'm concerned with is the 8 males that are in that biology class. And then the total, or the whole, that I'm concerned with is my total amount of males, since I want the % of males. So if I take 8 divided by 33, if I type that in my calculator, I get 0.2424 ... It just repeats on forever. So if I want to convert this decimal to a %, I go back 1 2 decimal places. So I get 24.2, if I'm rounding, % of males are in the biology class. Now, if I want to know what % of chemistry students are females, my total, or my whole, is going to be the number of chemistry students. So if I look here, I have 21 total chemistry students. And my numbers of females that are chemistry students is 15. So if I take 15 divided by 21 and type that in my calculator, it gives me 0.7142, ... Then if I convert this to a percentage, it would be 71.4%. So go ahead and complete the practice problems that go along with this lesson. Make sure to reach out to your teacher if you have any questions.